I know I'm not a perfect person. I don't expect any of you to be perfect people. Perfection doesn't exist only in our minds and only as a thought.
Welcome to the Pt.2 show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dennis Terzic Show. Today, we're going to discuss the 5 mistakes that will ruin your life if you don't take care of them today. The number 3 biggest mistakes people make in their lives that is hurting you and hurting your growth is not working on your free thinking abilities. Common times, the way we're raised is the way we end up being. Our parents, the people around us, the school systems, everything, the media that we watch affects us and affects what we believe to be true. And now, more than ever, with all the fake news coming out, with all the different opinions coming out, it's more important now than ever before to hone in on your free thinking abilities and to be able to think for yourself. And this is where, reading books, looking back to philosophy, reading philosophy texts, thinking for yourself comes into play. It's very difficult to be a free thinker, especially later in life when you think you know everything. And the more you go through life thinking those same beliefs, the harder it gets to change them. You have to start challenging what you believe to be true. If you tell yourself every single day, and just so you all know, it's always going to go back to the gym. If you start telling yourself every single day, I can't go to the gym because I'm tired, I'll go tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, I can't go to the gym, I'm tired, I'll go tomorrow. And the next day comes, I can't go to the gym, I'm tired, I'll go tomorrow. And you start building up this habit because of what you keep telling yourself over and over. It's a very difficult habit to break until you just go to the gym, challenge that, go to the gym, notice you're not as tired as you thought you were, finish your workout and feel great about yourself after. It's the same thing with honing in on your free thinking abilities, working on your free thinking abilities. You go through life thinking X is true, but what happens when one day it turns out X isn't actually true? Your whole world will end up crumbling apart. And when it's no longer true, some people still continue to believe that X is true. No matter how disproven it is, they still want to believe something that isn't true exists. And you end up being a crazy. You have to start challenging your beliefs. It's a very difficult thing to do, but that's the only way we can start learning more, improving ourselves. I've changed a lot from who I was in college to who I was when I worked my first job to who I am today because I challenge my beliefs constantly. I know I'm not a perfect person. I don't expect any of you to be perfect people. Perfection doesn't exist only in our minds and only as a thought. But in obtaining and trying to achieve that perfection, in challenging our thoughts and in thinking freely and thinking for ourselves and creating logical and rational arguments, can we become the best versions of ourselves? Can we become purpose-driven people? Can we become people that will help others, that can lead the nation, that can lead the world? Through free thinking abilities, we have logic backing up our arguments. We become more articulate in speaking our thoughts. If someone challenges what you believe to be true and all you say is no, get upset, no, that's not true because I think it's true, then you're wrong. If you can't back it with logic, and if the discussion you're having ends up with every argument you can't back up with other logic or facts, then I'm sorry, but you're wrong. You need to be able to think freely for yourself based on what you see around the world, what you see on paper, evidence, facts. Do your own research and create your own idea. And when you do, you once again become more articulate. When you go to a business meeting and you propose a plan, you don't propose a plan based on what you feel is right. You base a plan based on evidence. If I go into a meeting and I say, I think we should start selling pink pants, just because I feel like we should start selling pink pants to everyone, that's not a very good argument. But if I go into that business meeting and I say, I think we should start selling pink pants because pink pants have been on the rise since the 70s. There's a current trend right now where everyone's buying pink pants and a lot of suppliers can't keep up with the demand on pink pants. I show them the statistics, I show them the numbers. I explain the current trend in pink pants and what generations it's affecting, and go do all this logical reasoning and research to provide to the team. That argument for why we should start selling pink pants becomes a lot more believable and acceptable than just a feeling or just a whim. And you have to start treating your own beliefs that way. And the only way you could start thinking freely and get to that level of thought is by going back through everything that you believe. Challenge those things. Do research on them. Don't just look at the research that proves your point, but look at research that also disproves your point and see the other side to things. Because in today's world, we're at an intersection where people believe too strongly in something, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but people believe too strongly in something which prevents them from hearing out the other side, from treating everyone else like a human being. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. And the only way we can move forward as a society and progress is by hearing out the other sides. Because when there tends to be two opinions, one on the far right and one on the far left, not just in politics, but in everything, when there's two opinions on both polar opposites, the answer always tends to be in the middle. There's good things that you could get from any side. There's good things, there's bad things, but we can only see those good and bad things when we start looking at different opinions from both sides, and when we start thinking freely and objectively to see those different things, to be able to produce our own opinions and understand that even if we change our beliefs, it doesn't make us a weak person for changing what we believed in at one point, but it makes us strong, it makes us smart, it makes us intelligent. What separates us from most of the other animals in the animal kingdom is that rational thought, that the ability to rationalize, to change our minds as new evidence becomes apparent and available. So you need to make sure that as you challenge your beliefs, you're open to changing your mind. And once you're open to changing your mind, you're able to have conversations with so many different people. When you keep an open mind and you think freely, you're able to become a person that is accepting of others, a person that allows for other people to share their opinions without being harassed or ostracized. You become the kind of person that people want to talk to. And that's a great skill to have. So don't make the mistake of not working on your free thinking abilities, of keeping a closed mind. Challenge your beliefs, think freely, think logically, and reason through your journey through life. The number 4 biggest mistake holding you back in your life is not maintaining or creating high-value relationships. And what do I mean by this? I don't necessarily mean hanging out with people who are high-value earners, who are millionaires, who are billionaires. I mean creating high-value relationships with other people that push you forward to becoming the best version of yourself, that hold you accountable for your actions, that are a true friend to you. Whether that's your wife, whether that's your friend, whether that's your parents, or whatever it is, you need to start developing and maintaining high-value relationships. If you're in a relationship with a female, it's not all about sex. You'll get tired of that really quickly. You need to create a relationship with a woman that's going to cultivate into something more. You need to be with someone who you want to raise kids with, who has been with you through thick and thin. When you're not seeing things clearly, they help you see things clearly. When you're not being your best version of yourself, they'll call you out on it. Be understanding. Do it in a loving kind of way, but they'll call you out on it because they know you can do better. That's a high-value relationship. And the biggest mistake people make is not associating with other high-value people and not maintaining those high-value relationships. If you're my friend, I will call you out on not going to the gym. I have friends that wanted to lose weight, and I said, I can help you lose weight. I could tell you what you need to do, but you need to actually do it because I can't force you to do anything. There's 2 ways that I could do it. One, I could be a hard ass, call you every single day, and if you're not working hard enough, I'll call you out on it. Or I could just tell you what you need to do and expect you to do it yourself. I had 2 friends that asked me to help them out. The one friend that told me to call him out on it if he wasn't doing it has lost, I think, 40 pounds to this day. 40 pounds in like five months, something like that, which is a great loss. It's a lot of body fat. Started working out every day, started doing the things I told him, eating healthier, getting his steps in daily. Called him up every single day. Hey, did you hit the gym? If he said no, I'd call him a pussy and tell him to start doing push-ups. He's a pilot, so he'd be like, I can't, I'm at the airport. I said, I don't give a fuck, do push-ups at the airport. You look like a badass repping out some push-ups in front of everyone. The other friend that I created a plan for, told him everything he needed to do, worked out maybe once or twice. Didn't tell me to call him, didn't tell me he wanted that treatment, so I left him up to him. He hasn't been working out, hasn't been doing much. I'm not saying he's necessarily not a high-value person, But in this example, you see two people. One person I helped hold accountable to their goals and what they wanted to do, and the other person that I kind of didn't do that as much because they didn't want me to. So you need to be around other people who are going to hold you accountable. And you can't take it bitterly, because at the end of the day, these people are trying to help you. Not everyone is going to be trying to help you, and in some instances it might seem like they're trying to do what's best for you, but really it's themselves or their own fears affecting you. Like when your parents say don't do that, you shouldn't do that, play it safe, get a job, go to college, etc. That's a version of them loving you, but it's also them being scared of you failing. So you have to understand when to hold yourself accountable for the things that you want to do, and understand what other people may say to you shouldn't affect you. But you also need to be able to hold those high value relationships with other people and keep pushing forward. That'll hold you accountable for your goals that you set, that push you forward to become a better person, that call you out on going to the gym when you don't go to the gym. They call you out on not working on your business when you say you're going to the business. That call you out when you hit your vape and you said you're going to quit your vape. Hang out with people who are high value, who have the same goals, same mission in life to become a better person. Not necessarily the same space or the same business, but want to become better people that strive to be better on a daily basis. These are the people you want to surround yourself with. And a lot of people just stick around the same crew, the same group of people, because they've known them for their entire life, and they're scared to lose them. Everyone's scared of change, and that's understandable. But if you stick around the same people, the same negative Nancy's that are always complaining and bringing you down, not holding you accountable to your goals, scared and making fun of you for having dreams, you shouldn't be around those people. You need to edit or delete most of your relationships in life. You need to look at the people that are closest to you, because you become a representation of the 5 closest people to you. The 5 people you spend the most time with, you'll be the 6th. So you have to start editing and deleting relationships in your life. Delete the ones that serve absolutely no value, or edit the ones that you love those people, like those friends that, I don't want to call them losers, but those friends that are losers, aren't doing anything for themselves, but you've known them since kindergarten. Maintain that relationship, but edit it so you're not hanging out with them every single night. Maybe just see them once a month, so you could start journeying out on your own and start meeting new friends and having those higher value relationships of people who want to do big things in your life just like you. And when you start having a tribe and you start having a group of people that are like-minded, that want more for themselves in life, that's where you can really start elevating, because humans are social creatures. We need other people. We need society. We need social structures. And when we start working as a unit, we'll be able to achieve our goals much faster when other people are holding us accountable, when we're holding other people accountable and we're working together as a team instead of as an individual. So don't make the mistake of not creating and maintaining high value relationships. Go out there and meet some people. And the number 5 biggest mistake that's holding you back and ruining your life is not exploring new hobbies or interests. Thank you all for watching yet another episode of the Dennis Terzic Show. It's always been a pleasure. The goal of this podcast is to influence at least one person's life. If I can influence one person's life, if I can influence more people's lives, I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm not doing this to make money, because obviously it's a very slim chance that this blows up. There's a very slim chance for me to make money off of it. But if I can influence someone's life to become better, whether you're 13, 14, 82, 36, if something I've said resonated with you and it made you want to change something in your life to become a better person, that's all I care about. If this has provided any kind of value to you, please drop a like, subscribe, stay up to date. I will try to continue putting out these videos at least once a week if I can. If not, maybe once a month, maybe more, who knows? Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you think is a mistake that people do in the comments below. As always, my name is Dennis Terzic. It's been a pleasure speaking with you all. I love you all, and I wish you a great rest of your day, week, month, year, and decade if we never cross paths again. Take care, everybody.